Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My wife and I have been together for 15 years, we have 3 kids and overall things are pretty good. A few weeks ago we started talking about her posting nude images on Reddit. She's a beautiful woman and was wanting a bit of anonymous sexual attention, and honestly the idea of it was huge a turn on for me. So after thinking and talking about it, we agreed to try it out. We laid out base rules and she swore she would be 100% transparent and honest with me. Great. Well, she posted a few images and it kind of blew up. She got hundreds of messages and upvotes. We stayed up most of the night corresponding with people and having a great time. We had sex that night and it was honestly some of the best we've ever had. Such a massive turn on for the both of us. But, things kinda turned south when a particularly handsome man sent her a chat request on the chat app Kik. Right from the beginning I could tell she was turned on by what he was saying and the images he was sending her. I had no problem with this, it was kind of the point. A few days later I asked her if she was still communicating with anyone and she said no. Okay, I thought, no problem. Then, a few hours later I walked into our bathroom and caught her taking a photo of her boobs. She instantly got embarrassed/flustered and quickly made up a story that she was just taking a photo just for herself, no one else. I thought it seemed suspicious, so later in the day I brought it up and asked her to be 100% honest with me. She doubled down on the story. Fine, no big deal. We ended up having a normal night and I went to bed around 10. For some reason I woke up at about 2 AM and my wife was awake texting on Kik. She didn't notice that I woke up. I pretended to be asleep and watched her send messages to him that included images. My heart sank through the floor. After thinking about it, I wanted to give my wife an opportunity to tell me the truth. So the next day I asked her again if she had been messaging anybody. She said straight up no and that she wasn't interested in talking to anyone. So at this point I was obviously extremely suspicious. Later, while she was in the shower, I looked through her phone. I saw the conversation but most of the messages had been deleted. None of the images I saw her send the night before were there. I was torn on bringing this up to her, but eventually that night I decided to come clean. Initially she lied and said she wasn't talking to anyone, then I brought up the fact that I looked through her phone and saw missing messages, and after an hour or so talking about it she finally admitted to sending him multiple images and even one including her face, a big no-no on our agreement. She said she got swept up and started to get feelings for this guy, and he manipulated her into sending images. She said she was embarrassed and felt guilty about how she felt about him, so she couldn't be honest with me as she thought it would hurt me too much. I should probably give some background on us. My wife and I have had a lot of trust issues in our relationship. She's cheated on me once and I would often find her communicating with ex-boyfriends. Every time I would confront her she would lie until I could definitively prove what she had done, then she would break down and admit everything. But, this was all years ago and she's been perceivably straightforward and honest with me for a long time. We've both grown up a lot and I felt like we were in a good spot and that I could trust her to do something like this. I guess I was wrong. That night she messaged the guy on Kik and said that she could no longer talk to him and deleted the app. She also deleted her Reddit account. She swore that she would never do something like this again, that she wants to keep our marriage and our family together. I'm torn on what to do. It would be one thing if this was the first offense, but unfortunately it's not. So, obviously I'm devastated. Part of me wants to just hunker down and stay together for the kids, become distant and unattached. To be in a loveless marriage sounds terrible, I just don't know what to do. Man, you have to leave, unless you want to play detective for the rest of your life. She already cheated and you are catching her breaking rules then lying. You know what has to be done. This. Agreed. Now she knows what to not do again. What I mean, she will switch to another method of communication. Yup. been playing detective for a long time and tired of it. So you thought it would be a good idea for her to post nudes and she's cheated before and you have trust issues? What good was going to come of this? Opened the door to a possibility. Might as well dangle some meth in front of a recovering addict. There has to be consequences for her lack of consideration. Would you entertain asking her to leave the house, so she understands what's at risk and to give you time to consider if you want to try and reconcile? You didn't do anything wrong here, but you should have recognized the perils of the scenario you agreed to. At the very least ask for a post-nuptial agreement to ensure there are strong clauses related to any future EAs or PAs. She needs her world shaken so she can consider what she has to lose. I'm sorry this is happening to you and wish you well in navigating the challenges ahead. Let me see. You already have trust issues. She's cheated before and then you decide she can post attention-getting nudes where you can actually chat with the people that are viewing them. And what part of this scenario seemed to be a good idea? Of course hindsight is 20/20. Some more trust is gone, but you at least enable the situation, so it's hard to put 100% fault on her. No advice here except considering the past issues and staying away from those things that might lead to this. That is if you stay together. But considering this is twice that you know of, you might explore separate lives. Hello, I'd like to start off by saying I am an accountant who is happily married. For all those saying this is Op's fault, it's not. If this is his kink, why should he be judged and demeaned for it? It's a matter of misplaced trust, and Op very well deserves both a partner they can count on, and open up with / experiment with, about their kinks, and one that will not betray their trust. It's no fault of the Ops but solely their wife's fault, who is a human being fully capable of making their own decisions and should be held fully accountable for those bad decisions. All you weird little incels talking about control, and dehumanizing a very human element, please get help. Op's kink isn't an invitation for betrayal, and experimentation and seeking out exciting new experiences is only human. While there are thrills, the fact of the matter is she betrayed your trust. She opened herself up for betraying you when she had started up a kick account without your knowledge / approval. You should not stand for this, especially while she has broken your trust before. And without trust in a relationship, there really is nothing and no reason to leave yourself open to someone. You deserve someone who will not lie to you or violate those boundaries to begin with. You should not linger where you are unhappy, and she very well should have to lie in the bed she made. Staying together for the kids only will show them that if they are unhappy, they only have the option to suck it up and settle. At the end of this all, will you be happy when lying on your deathbed, brimming with pride and contentment that you lasted all these years on someone who would lie to your face and betray you? If so, it seems like such a wasted life. She does not respect you as her partner or the boundaries you even set together. It's not going to be pretty, and it's no walk in the park, but you should see someone for therapy, and see a lawyer, gather your evidence and try for someone who will respect you and your boundaries. You don't even have to try for one specific someone. Get out there, experiment and maybe find a few someones, everyone knowledgeable, consenting and honest. FC. You deserve better. Please don't settle because of comfortability and the fear of the unknown. Too many people waste the only life they get like that. You deserve better. She said she got swept up and started to get feelings for this guy, and he manipulated her into sending images. Right here is where she made her biggest mistake. She hasn't taken responsibility for her own actions. He didn't manipulate her. What, was he holding a gun through the headphone jack? Nope. You will not get over this until your wife admits the following. She's bored with her sex life. She was looking for someone better than you. There is no manipulation. Consider this basic fact. If you hadn't caught her, she would still be sending him pictures and probably would meet up with him at some point. Get to the bottom of her boredom. It's not going to go away because you caught her. If anything, she will simply learn to hide it better. Get to the bottom of her boredom. It's not going to go away because you caught her. If anything, she will simply learn to hide it better. While you're in the process of figuring out what's wrong with your relationship, get into couples therapy. Update. I spoke to her tonight and decided it would be best for us to separate. She barely said anything. I feel a great deal of relief and absolutely terrible at the same time. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.